Hey folks, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. We have a bit more Marvel Champions content for you today. We're going to be exploring the stars, dealing with all sorts of crazy space creatures, and listening to some epic mixtapes as we take a look at the hero pack for Star-Lord. Hey folks, welcome back. If you don't know me by now, and you should, my name is Matt, and as I said in the tease, we are having a look at a bit more Marvel Champions because we have some catching up to do. I'm a big fan and we just want to get into some crazy playthroughs. Today, as I said at the outset, we're looking at the Star-Lord Hero Pack for Marvel Champions, the card game. Peter Quill, Star-Lord doing all of his crazy stuff. Knowing that we've just done the Gamora pack and had a look through all that, some crazy combos in her. So I'm very excited to see what is in store here. And obviously, you know, all the crazy cards that allow us to go with our deck building. Being that Charlotte is such a Marvel Champions fan, she obviously builds her own deck. Her favorite hero to use is Black Panther. So, you know, it's very exciting to sort of see her build her deck and sort of understand the mechanics of how the game works. She is still only 7. She'll be turning 8 very shortly, so maybe we'll do a birthday spectacular for Charlotte, which will be very exciting too. But first things first, we're going to have a look at the little leaflet that comes with all these little hero packs. And there he is, Star-Lord, doing his thing with his dual blasters, dual wielding, rocket boots, because, you know, why not? Looks spectacular. On the back, you've got a bit of information about Star-Lord, and he uses the leadership aspect and all the bells and whistles as well. You've got new keywords, Hinder X, Piercing, and Ranged. But look, let's get down to the table because we're all here about the cards. Let's take a look at what's in the pack. And there he is in all his stunning glory, Star-Lord doing his thing, absolutely smashing things out like an absolute boss, which we love. And then, of course, you've got the poster on display there, which is looking absolutely boss as well. I do love these. They are fantastic. Yes, they're a larger version of the artwork here, but it immortalizes and celebrates the art that is part of the Marvel comic universe, and that's something we really love as well. But again, we are all here for the cards, so we will take this out. We will pop Peter there, Star-Lord there, and we will get into the cards themselves. Now, as with all the hero packs, there is Nemesis set, there is extra cards for deck building as well. Interested to see how the Hinder keyword works as well, which is exciting. There's a few new things in here. Plastic, of course, goes on the floor. And then we'll bring in our friend, and there he is. Star-Lord, Guardian, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 defense. Each ally you control gains the Guardian trait. So he can assemble his own Guardians, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, I should say, which is awesome. What could go wrong when you play a card from your hand? Deal yourself 1 face-down encounter card. Reduce the resource cost to play that card by 3. Risk versus reward. I'm digging that. And of course, his alter ego, Peter Quill. Search your deck and discard pile for a copy of the Element Gun upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Action, Smooth Talker. Choose a card in your hand. Swap that card with the top card of your deck. I'm digging that. Then you've got Nova Prime. Wow. Epic cards. Look at that lightning. After you play Nova Prime from your hand, defeat a non-elite minion. Just for free, but it costs 5. Ouch. Daring Escape. Deal yourself 1 face-down encounter card. Ready your hero and draw a card. Again, risk versus reward. I love this. This is fantastic. Gutsy move, hero action, thwart, remove 2 threat from a scheme, remove 2 additional threat from that scheme for each face-down encounter card in front of you. Wow. I'm digging that. Sliding shot. Play only if you control an element gun. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 additional damage for each face-down encounter card in front of you. Wow. Those encounter cards obviously have some sort of detrimental benefit, but obviously it's worth it if you can keep them in play because you can do some massive damage. Bad boy. Vehicle. When you would take any amount of damage from the villain's attack, discard this card, prevent all of that damage, change to alter ego form and draw 2 cards into your hand. There's the element gun. Max 2 restricted cards per player. Hero action, exhaust element gun and spend 1 resource of any type. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. This attack gains piercing. That's boss. I do like that. Jet boots, Star-Lord gains the aerial trait. Well, fair enough. When Star-Lord would take any amount of damage, exhaust jet boots, prevent 1 of that damage for each face-down encounter card. Wow. Leader of the Guardians. Each Guardian character you control gets +1 thwart. Look at that. Looks like a power stone on me. That's awesome. His helmet, while you're in hero form, you get +1 hand size for each face-down encounter card in front of you to a maximum of +3. Hand size is 5 as Star-Lord and 6 when he's on Peter Quill, so that's fantastic. There he is, Adam Warlock. Now we know he's also got a deck in the Mad Titans Shadow, so I do like the cross-play between heroes, particularly in the Guardian stuff. That's going to come in handy, be very, very fantastic. I think I'm looking forward to getting them all out and having a bit of an epic 4-player game. Adam Warlock attacks or thwarts, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If the card's printed resource has the following: remove 3 threat, heal 3 damage, deal 3 damage, or choose one of the above if it's a wild. Beta Ray Bill. He looks like a budget version of Thor. I love that. After Beta Ray Bill attacks and defeats a minion, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Yondu, there he is. Look at him. He's all about heavy business. I love it. Yondu's attack gains ranged. Ranged attacks ignore retaliate. Ouch. I love that. Air Supremacy, hero action, choose up to X enemies where X is equal to the number of aerial characters you control. Deal 3 damage to each chosen enemy. Wow. I love that. That's so good. Oh, there's quite a few of them there too. Blaze of Glory, 1 per round. Hero action, each Guardian character gets +2 thwart and 2 attack this phase. In the phase, deal 1 damage to each Guardian character. Again, risk versus reward. Going down in that Blaze of Glory. Oh, there's a few of those. Gosh, get ready. Ready an ally, 0 cost. That's cool. Digging that. A couple of those in there. Target practice. When an ally with a weapon upgrade makes an attack, discard target practice. That ally gets +2 for the attack. Nice. Digging that. And again, target practice. Again, target practice. The Power of Leadership. Yes, we know about that one. There's a couple of those there because there's a few expensive cards here. Attached to a Guardian ally with a laser blaster, max 1 per ally. This attached ally gets +1 attack and all its attacks gain overkill. That is how you smack down a villain. I love that. Wow, so if you get quite a few allies out, obviously you're going to have 3 in play at a time, and they all have overkill. This one has overkill. Wow, that's going to do some serious damage. Cosmo. When Cosmo attacks or thwarts, name a card type, then discard the top card of the deck. If it matches, Cosmo does not take consequential damage. The damage under thwart or attack for this use. CITT, exhaust, sit, and spend 2 resources to ready a Guardian character. Nowhere. Play only if your identity has the Guardian trait. Increase your ally limit by 1. There you go. So you have 4 allies in play. After a player plays a Guardian ally, exhaust nowhere, that player draws 1 card. Any player. So if you're all playing Guardians, wow, okay, I like it. I like it. Hero attack. Discard Pulse Grenade, of course, and choose an enemy. Discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Deal 1 damage to the chosen enemy for each boost icon discarded this way. I like that. Using their own forces against them. I'm digging that. Banishment is the obligation. Give to the Peter Quill player. Yep, we know all about that. And then we have the Nemesis set. Mr. Knife. There he is. Retaliate 1. The first treachery the engaged player reveals each villain phase gains Surge. And then he's got the Budding Crime Syndicate card, which adds an encounter card and Hinder 2. When revealed, place 2 threat here per player. It already starts on 2. Wow. Definitely a hindrance from Mr. Knife. Spartoy Cunning. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from your hand, take 1 damage and place 1 threat on the main scheme. Ouch. That's dangerous. We don't want that. There's a few of those. And then, of course, now we get the extra cards for deck building and things as well. The Peter Quill deck, interesting. Totally different playstyle to Gamora, which we looked at previously. But I think, obviously, that's the way they're meant to be played. The leadership characteristics, I think, particularly bringing in the different Guardians and using those to really push the allies, that's going to be, obviously, that's what he's built for. But I'd love to see what would happen if you took the Peter Quill cards and mix them with other aspects to see how that goes. I do love the deck building element of this game. Deck list there, all pretty straightforward. And then stop, don't do anything else. We're going into other cards. Let's see what we've got here. We have Captain Marvel doing a bit of a dive bomb. Play only if your character identity has the aerial trait. Hero action, deal 7 damage to an enemy, deal 1 damage to each other enemy. Wow, it will cost a lot, but at the same time, boom. I do like that, especially if you can get that onto the villain and then do 1 damage to everyone else. That might be enough to turn the tide. Agile Flight, these are all aerial cards. Play only if your identity has aerial trait. Hero action, remove a total of 5 threat among schemes as you choose. Wow, I love that. That's fantastic. Ever Vigilant, ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Yes, and again, it's only costing 2, so that's cool. And then we've got here, Enhanced Awareness uses 3 mental counters. Hero resource, exhaust Enhanced Awareness and remove 1 mental counter from it. Generate a science resource. A bit of vision action there, because obviously the vision pack is not far away. I'm digging that, folks, digging that. Very excited to get into some deck building with Star-Lord. Also very excited to play the deck out of the box. I do usually like to give them a bit of a run as they come fresh out of the pack, only because they've been built with obviously a play style in mind. So it's interesting to see how they fare against the different villains that you can play against. Look, let's come out and we'll talk about some first impressions with this one. And there it is, the contents of the Star-Lord Hero Pack for Marvel Champions. Every time I open a new pack of cards, obviously it's like Christmas because they're always so amazing. But I find that the way that the creators of the game have managed to explore different playstyles based on the different characters. I thought that's what they're designed to do, because that's what they're trying to get you to understand the playstyles and also the different traits of the actual characters and the heroes they're representing. Every time it's just so different and so removed, and each character presents a different opportunity for some different absolute mayhem. The cycles as they're presented obviously have designed so the heroes work well playing together. Gamora, Star-Lord obviously will be a great combination, but I think the idea of breaking those decks down and building them into an aspect that you know well. I mean, I play a lot of aggression deck, not because I want to let out some aggression, but at the same time, I play a lot of aggression because I know those cards and I know how they combo well. Being able to break down a deck and rebuild it to allow you to play aggression at its foremost, particularly with that card that had Captain Marvel on it, the Power Blast or whatever it was, does this 7 damage and then 1 to everything else. Putting that in a Captain America deck I've built where I generate a lot of extra wild resources, that's going to be fantastic as well. So with every pack comes great responsibility. No, I'm kidding. It's just one of those things that allows you to really get into the guts. If you haven't done any deck building with Marvel Champions and you've used the decks literally as they are, you're still having a great time, I'm sure. But I do stress you should at least try to break it down. Check out Marvel DB, Arkham DB, the databases that are on the interwebs. If you do use those services on the regular, please consider making a donation to those pages' creators, because they spend a lot of time putting those websites together so that we can all enjoy those deck building tools that they utilize. And you can have a look at things like random draw generators to see what chance you've got of pulling what cards. It's really fantastic. Check them out. One for Arkham Horror, one for Marvel DB as well. And I think there's one for Ashes in the works if it's not already been done. I don't know, there's something about Star-Lord. He's got a great playlist. I don't think I'll be able to have a game of Marvel Champions playing as Star-Lord without having some epic music on in the background, because that's what he's all about. And I think that's fantastic. If you have played a game with Star-Lord, if you've built a deck with Star-Lord, let us know your thoughts. Which aspects did you use? Did you stick with leadership? Did you use aggression? Did you use justice? What's your thoughts? Let us know. Also, if you've played Gamora alongside Star-Lord, how did you fare? Which villain did you take on? Have you taken Adam Warlock out and played him against or with Star-Lord? So Adam Warlock and Star-Lord through Mad Titan's Shadow. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you back for some more Marvel down the track, as well as we get closer and closer to opening up Mad Titan's Shadow for you on our channel here. We have some more D&D content in the works as well, so check out that. Also check out our Insta, because we're going to be putting some D&D live on Instagram. And we also have some other unboxings as Kickstarters continue to arrive, including some really big unboxings coming your way. Thanks very much for watching, folks. If you're new to the channel, hope you enjoyed it. Stick around, let us know what you'd like to see on the channel, and make sure you be nice to each other, be kind to each other, play more games, respect, love, peace, all that sort of stuff. We'll see you back at the table very, very soon. Until then, bye for now.